What made you start using the Faturday label?
I really like, people have asked me what's like the origin of Faturday, and I'm not sure I actually remember what it was. And it was just like something that I started like going out to eat a lot on Saturdays. And I was like, oh, this is like my cheat day kind of thing. And I don't know if it was somebody else who mentioned it to me, is like not Saturday, but like Faturday. And I was like, hey, that's like a genius idea, like to go on. And like, it really is, in the first few years, it was a big deal, right? It
Mhm.
like it would trend on Twitter. And, I think I became kind of like, especially like in the area, in like the Detroit area, I became like a go-to for, hey, here are like places in Detroit for people to eat. And I think it gave people an excuse to, post their like food pics and whatnot. I'm definitely like not a pioneer. It's not like other people weren't, posting like food stuff. I just think I had like an interesting angle, and people gravitated toward it.
Yeah, you're really good about using your platform to shout out local restaurants, but some of them have to be better than others. So give me your top 5 Detroit food spots, starting with number 5.
I have eaten at so many different Detroit spots over the years. Like I I have kept like a spreadsheet of places that I've gone to, and sometimes it doesn't get updated. But it's like several hundred that I've been to. I would say like my favorite ones right now. I'll go down my list. One is a place called Taqueria Lupita's. It's this cash only taco spot, Southwest Detroit. I think some people are familiar with it. It's just like very simple. They do tacos like really, really well. Aljum's barbecue. It's a halal. So I live in like the Detroit area, right? There are a lot of Arabs in the Detroit area, a lot of Muslims. So halal barbecue is a big deal, right? No pork, right? You have to prepare it a certain way. A lot of good halal barbecue spots. Aljum's is probably my favorite. He makes a brisket sub that is outrageously good.
Ooh,
It's
that sounds
probably
good.
one of the best things I've ever eaten. And like, I'm talking about like worldwide. I'm talking about like places in Italy and Spain that I've eaten at. I really think I would put that sub up against a lot of things that I've eaten. There's a slider place that I really like going to. It's actually by my house, called Hunter House. It's just one of those places I enjoy eating alone. And I think when you're like a food reviewer and somebody who enjoys food, you have to enjoy doing that kind of stuff by yourself, because you can't always find people. And honestly, sometimes it's not worth your time to have people, because they can distract you and whatnot. So I have eaten alone at a lot of places. Hunter House is great because I can just go sit up at the counter, eat my sliders, eat my chili cheese fries. So that place is probably like my favorite, and probably the place that I go to the most. Speaking of Arabic, I go to a place called Hamido. They make shawarma sandwiches. I'm Egyptian. I love I love Arabic food. I love shawarma. This place just does it so well. I have tried almost every shawarma sandwich, I would say, in southeastern Michigan, so like in the Detroit area, and I've like ranked every single one. That one always like comes up on top for me. The last one is a place I think Tony would like. It's a Euro place called Mitso's. Shawarma and gyros are like brother and sister. This place, they just do the bread so well, and it's a newer place, probably like 2 years. It's amazing. Best gyro I've had probably outside of Europe.